Yo, we're in the limo, let's go. After all the members of the Shadow Operatives safely returned from inside the TV, we decided to spend a day in Inaba doing follow-up stuff and leave quietly the next day.
I'm glad things went well. Oh, but first, it's good to see you again. This is becoming a real reunion.
As Fuka looks behind her to the back seat, Mitsuru and I just smile at each other. Even for those of us who fought that battle 3 years ago, journeying into a world inside a TV to retrieve a robot still sounds absurd. Still, we managed to accomplish our mission. We retrieved Labris and we kept the incident as contained as possible. However, our plan to leave quietly, like a covert ops unit should, was foiled by that group of students.
They were certainly a lively bunch to the very end.
Mitsuru seems to have thought the lapse in security wasn't enough to stain the overall success of the mission and smiles. I recall the smiling faces of those students as they came by to see us off from Inaba. Words? I didn't think they'd all show up. They turned the quiet departure we'd planned into a big scene. Labris, who Mitsuru opted not to reseal, is still gazing out the rear window and waving to them.
Do you regret parting with them?
A little. But it's only a matter of time. I promised Chie and the rest that I'd definitely come back.
I want to see the Inaba group and say goodbye to them in person. Labris was the one who insisted on a formal goodbye. Not only that, she herself decided to leave them for a while and join the Shadow Operatives. Even if it was unlikely that she could go to school with them, there may have been some way for her to see her new friends more often instead of joining up with our secret group. But that wasn't what Labris wanted. There are things I must do in order to pursue the mastermind that dragged all of us into this incident. If I stay with the Shadow Operatives, I can accomplish those things. Those were her words. She has formed bonds, but rather than depending on them, she pushes forward. This must be why she's able to overcome a past filled with more grief than any ordinary person's. Her resolve is amazing. And Labris isn't the only one who gained a new determination in these lands either. In order to speak of my own resolve, I straighten myself and face Mitsuru.
Mitsuru, may I talk to you?
What is it? It's unlike you to be so formal.
This won't be any time soon, but I'm thinking of leaving the Shadow Operatives eventually.
What?
Huh?
Fuka doesn't seem as hard-hit as the other members, but even she's looking at me with confusion in her eyes. What on earth could Akihiko possibly do as, like, a steady thing in his life, as close to a job as a dude like Akihiko can have, other than being a Shadow Operative? Like, this is actually something that I'd been thinking about from the very beginning. These feelings have been smoldering inside me ever since I received my first mission. And I finally found an avenue to direct those feelings. Mitsuru seems to realize that this is something I've given a lot of thought to and responds in a business-like manner.
May I ask why?
There's something I want to do now. I can't do it while I'm part of an unofficial group like this.
Yo, we haven't heard this track at all until now. People who fear random acts of violence and crime, people down on their luck who have no one they can turn to. I want to be someone they can rely on. Oh, Akihiko wants to be Batman. There is one great power that protected me when I was faced with senseless acts of violence in the past, ones that caused me great loss. It was an ordinary police officer. Right now, I'm forced to turn a blind eye to the plights of some people. As long as I have to carry out my obligations as a member of the Shadow Operatives, I won't be able to help them. I'm gonna have to forego protecting some of the smaller things in order to deal with the larger missions. This case helped me realize that I don't want to give up on those smaller things. I want to protect them.
I see. I think you would be well suited to it, Akihiko-san.
Excuse me, I guess I'm vibing. Give me a minute. I forgot that this song hits this beat and it's just amazing. Becoming a police officer to protect one city would be great too. I'm not against working my way up through the official channels to become a force for security, but greater power is required to protect a larger area, and that power can't just come from my fists. There are greater intangible powers in society as well. Akihiko's gonna run for Prime Minister of Japan, and I am here for it. It wouldn't be a bad idea to work my way into the upper echelon as a government official either. Then again, I don't know if I'm cut out for all that bureaucratic stuff. Mitsuru had been quietly talking in all my musings until she interrupted my train of thought with some surprising words.
Of all the things you were going to say, that's it?
What do you mean, that's it? Even I know it's pretty ordinary, but...
Whether you man a police box or become a career officer, you should do it. And if you do, then I'll consider your circumstances. To an extent, whenever I need you.
Huh? What's that supposed to mean?
For a moment, I couldn't understand what Mitsuru meant.
Wait, are you planning on making me belong to 2 departments at once? You wouldn't use the Kirijo name for that, would you?
Bite your tongue? I won't do anything. But even if I don't, it'll happen on its own. You underestimate the organization's need for you. Leaving that aside, if you're going to wish to become something like that, then there's something you need to do first.
You're right. You need to train more and...
No, I meant going back to college.
Oh no! Akihiko's gotta get an education, he'll never manage. Mitsuru sternly adds you should follow Yamagishi's example. That reminds me, I took a leave of absence from college to go on my journey. I didn't have a problem with my classes while I was still attending. But what about now?
Do not worry, Akihiko-san. I will calculate the units and time necessary for graduating and plan the most effective curriculum for you.
I'll be counting on you, I guess. I've been thinking this for a while now, but Akihiko seems to need someone to manage him.
I'm honored.
Another trial for me to face.
Someone's in trouble.
Labris interjects with a joke at my expense and starts laughing. Oh, my favorite kind of jokes, the ones at other people's expense. I guess Mitsuru and even Fuka warmly smile back at Labris. They should have gotten Fuka in this shot. In this image. For a robot, Labris sure has great timing and a great smile. I give up and heave a deep sigh before leaning back into my seat. Labris quickly formed new bonds in Inaba, and she will surely continue to form new bonds while she works within the Shadow Operatives. One's heart changes through encounters with others. It's always the same, whether your heart is covered with muscle or metal. Even if the culprit behind this incident were to appear again, he'd be no match for my new determination. The weather is great today. The day's cloudless sky is a perfect metaphor. What? Excuse me? Cloudless. Less clouds, as in no clouds? Cloudless means there are no clouds. I see some cloud. Anyone else see these clouds? Clouds? That's cloud full, not cloudless. Cloud full, meaning many clouds in the sky. There is nothing less about the clouds in the sky, Akihiko. I don't think my man's gonna be graduating from college anytime soon. Thinking about how fitting the situation is makes me laugh to myself. After all this traveling, I finally feel like I've taken a step forward. Oh, hey! Elizabeth's story. Well, we got the red clear on Akihiko, we just didn't get red on Kanji or Chie. Man, I don't know. So, like, these turn red if you see every possible option, right? But, like, I did the joke endings for Chie and Kanji. Chat was saying the only thing that would be different is, like, if I choose a different text option, which would change, like, a couple of sentences, right? I don't really know if I want to bother. That sounds like such a hassle for so little payoff. Also, by the way, now that Elizabeth has shown up, we will definitely do her story before, Aigis and Narukami's. So we're probably going to do Narukami's last because he's the main character. And I want to do Aigis second to last because she is a wild card. Mitsuru and Yosuke are probably... Kanji and Yosuke are, like, tied for my favorite character from Persona 4, but we already did Kanji's. So, because Yosuke is one of my favorite characters from Persona 4, and Mitsuru probably just straight up is my favorite character from Persona 3, I don't think I like any of the others more than her. Other than Koromaru, obviously, but that's not fair to compare anyone to Koromaru. I think what we're gonna do is next we're gonna do Naoto. Naoto, Elizabeth, Yosuke, Mitsuru, Aigis, Narukami. I think that's the order I want to do, I think. Shiny, welcome to stream. Since there are always pregnant people, the average number of skeletons in the human body is higher than 1. Yeah. Yeah, that is how math works. Truly cursed, but that is how math works. You're not wrong. Anyways, let's knock out Naoto's story. She's got a gun! Everyone get down!
Look out!
I see something glimmer in front of me. Acting purely on instinct, I duck instantly. I really thought she was gonna say, acting purely on instinct, I just started blasting. It's like the Danny DeVito meme. Like, so anyway, I started blasting. A low whizzing sound passes above my head. What was that? Did something get thrown my way?
Naoto-kun!
Back to the gun! Rise-san turns towards me. I look at her from across the room. She's crouched down next to something on the ground. On closer inspection, the red and white lump she's near is Teddy. Yeah, that's a thing, all right. I see General Teddy in the back of the room, so the one with Rise-san has to be the real one. A girl is standing between Teddy and the General. I've never seen her before, but looking at her mechanical body, I can tell who she is. That's Labrys.
What should we do? That girl wasn't normal. She wasn't even human. I know it sounds hard to believe, but she's a robot or something. She defeated Teddy and,
Defeating Teddy isn't that hard, let's be real.
Calm down. Are you talking about Labrys?
Like, I mean, did you see how little I used Teddy in my Persona 4 playthrough? That dude's probably still like level 18 at best. The Rise-san is quite shaken. She still nods.
The riddle is solved then. You're not the real Teddy. You're only a shadow taking his form. The shadow of Labrys here, to be precise.
Aha! No wonder they call you the Detective Prince now, Chan. You cracked the case. But even if you figured it out, there's still nothing you can do.
What do you mean there's nothing she can do? She's got a gun! I carefully watch General Teddy as he scoffs. Whatever it was he threw at me. I was too busy dodging to see it clearly, but it must be dangerous. I'm sure he won't hurt his owner until he hears a certain phrase from her, but he has no reason to be gentle with the rest of us. I point my gun at him, ready for any more of his attacks. However, the next attack comes from a direction I had not been expecting.
What?
There's a droning sound. It's coming from a giant axe flying at me. The axe is bigger than I am, spinning through the air towards me. Like a boomerang, it curves back and returns to the hand of its wielder. There are thrusters behind the blade, allowing the axe to fly as it spins. It wasn't General Teddy attacking me. It was Labrys, not the shadow, but the real one. What's going on? Wait, did she attack me the first time too? That would explain why Rise-san is so shaken up. But the shadow's right in front of her. Why is she going after me?
It's not true. I'm human. This is all just a bad dream. I gotta destroy everything.
I'm human.
I can't find any meaning in what she's saying. I want to convince her to stop, but I can't come up with the right words to do so. Labrys takes a fighting stance without wasting a moment. It looks like the only way to bring Labrys back to normal is to fight her.
Rise-san, please stay back.
Naoto-kun?
I got this. I never really expected to be able to convince her in the first place with the shadow here. I bite the bullet. Don't bite your bullet! Shoot them!
I will stop her, no matter what.
I shall place a bookmark. Goodbye, Teddy bookmark. Hello, Naoto bookmark. We're just going for 3 hours today, by the way, chat. We're coming up on 2 hours and 20-ish minutes here. I'm hoping, you know, we got about 50-ish minutes. I'm hoping that we can, as a result, I don't remember how to play as Naoto. I mean, I don't know why I said I don't remember. Yo, Judo Chop. I don't know why I bothered saying I don't remember how to play as Naoto, because I play every single character about the exact same. Some of them just vary if I use L1 or the triangle move a little bit. Hey, stop. Look at my little Mothman persona.
Stay down.
Yeah, stay down, by the way.
Showtime.
Showtime! Worst showtime in the game coming at you. Stop judo chopping, you have a literal gun. Yeah. There you go. No more judo chop, only guns.
Perhaps I took it too far.
Aw, she beat you fair and square. You really are useless, Labby-chan.
Oh my goodness, as General Teddy, he's even using the pet name that Teddy uses. That's insane. 40-ish? 40-ish what? Oh, the amount of time left in stream? No, I go 10 minutes over for rendering videos, so we still have like 50 minutes left, not 40. After Labrys collapses, the shadow looks at her as if she was trash! Disgusting garbage!
Your whole reason for being is to fight. You can't even do that. You're not worth a damn. You don't need to exist anymore.
The shadow's voice and speech pattern begin to slip away from its impersonation of Teddy. No, that's not all. The fake Teddy's appearance begins to warp as well. Finally, the time has come for it to reveal its true self. We haven't seen this cutscene in a hot minute. We'll watch this one. Shroom, have you seen this cutscene yet? Look at it. Look at how normal this is. It's very anime. fake Teddy was Mona all along, I would rather die. Hi! The form that it takes is, as I thought, Labrys.
I am a shadow. The true self. That's my face.
She stole your face! Hit her with a copyright.
Huh. You don't want to remember? Fine. You can die like that.
What? She's attacking her owner now. I don't like how Naoto calls the original person of the shadow like an owner of the shadow. It's kind of weird. Is it a threat to pressure her? No, this is a shadow we're dealing with after all. There is no knowing what it will do.
Stop it!
What's this? Why are you protecting her? It's her fault you all had to fight each other, you know.
I'm amazed that Naoto saying, stop it, didn't immediately make the shadow stop. I thought that would work for sure. With that, she turns to her other self and looks down at her with disdain in her eyes.
You want the everyday boys and girls to experience what you had to go through, right? That's why we're in a school, having a fighting tournament? That ain't! My home was a horrible place. They made us fight and kill each other just to collect combat data.
It was really important combat data.
It hurts so much that no one understands. How can I make them see? I know. I'll force friends to fight each other. Maybe then they'll understand.
Hold up, I gotta read this message from Shroom. If I had never heard of the Persona series and you showed me General Teddy turning into Cyborg Labrys and told me it was a Digivolution, I would believe you. Honestly, Shroom, so would I. So would I. Digimon is done weirder.
No. I wanna make them understand.
That ain't true. That's not what I want.
Oh, yeah? Then let me take over from here. I'll destroy everyone who pretends to understand, just like you did before.
Stop! I've had enough.
Labrys!
No! You're not me!
She did it! She said the thing! She said it!
No!
You said it! You finally said it! Power. I can feel it building!
A sinister aura surges from the shadow. Even the surroundings begin to warp with its energy. Here we go. You know, we'll watch this one again too, why not? Just because Shroom's here.
The power!
You see, Shroom, that's its Mega Digivolution form. General Teddy was a champion, Shadow Labrys was an ultimate, and that's the Mega. In an instant, the area becomes dominated by a piercing red light. It's the light of Digivolution from Season 3! Calamon must be here! The view from beyond the window has changed completely. I hear Rize-san gasp behind me. I don't know what this place is modeled after, but it gets the sense that someone carved open a living creature's stomach. Alright, that's really creepy. This is the reflection of Labrys' heart, the suffering she carries. Wait, wasn't there just implied that Labrys was the master of Fake Teddy? No. Fake Teddy is Labrys' shadow. She was using her hallucination abilities to appear to be Fake Teddy. So, you know. This is the reflection of Labrys' heart, the suffering she carries. The shadow's golden eyes stand out even more in the dusky redness, focusing on me. I changed my mindset. There's only one thing to do here, just as my friends did for me.
Rise-san, you watch Labrys and Teddy.
This is Naoto getting to face someone's shadow is actually a really neat thing because Naoto does not get, she's the last main character to join the party, so she never gets to face anyone's shadow, right? Like, after you get Naoto, after her dungeon, the only dungeons left are, what's the dude's name? The guy who they thought was the culprit, but, it was actually Adachi. Namatame, I think his name is. She goes through his, like, heaven dungeon to save Nanako, but Nanako doesn't have a shadow. And then, like, she helps them fight Adachi and then Izanami, so she doesn't actually face anyone's shadow other than her own.
I got him. Good luck, Naoto-kun.
Yes. I'll save her.
Here we go. Sup, Shadow Labras? I'ma shoot you. I'ma do it. You can't stop me.
Final.
Ba-dum-bum, ba-dum-bum. I'm not done shooting you yet. Just a moment.
Okay.
Is it just me, or does Naoto build up SP insanely fast? You've been silenced. Your bull means nothing to me. Get judo chopped. Excuse me, ma'am. Can I interest you in some judo chopping? Ow, my TV screen. Hey, language? No! I've been judo chopped.